Picnic station.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on, I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Usea, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Usea, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Usian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Usea was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Usians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Usea, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived. I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
Princess Rosa Cassette Deluxe of the Kingdom of Erusia. Today, Osean airstrikes have shattered the lives of countless Erusians. Their attacks practically leveled the school I went to. It is heartbreaking. Tragic.
I don't think I believe that.
I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Yuzian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Mission 2, charge enemy.
Erusia has made a declaration.
Your nation
to
kind of
OCN
popped out of
Federation
nowhere and
and
got
all
destroyed
countries
everything.
on
I was
the
thinking,
Yuzian
alright.
continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force, that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Yusia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Alright, well, not right this second. Actually, we'll have to check out the tree. You have to check out the tree first. You can obtain weapons. Okay, you can obtain aircraft weapons, aircraft parts of the tech trees. Yes. Aircraft tree, yay! It's back from Infinity. I wonder if it has this mini aircraft. Points award depending on your performance in missions and matches. Oh, that's cool. It's shared between multiplayer and campaign. In exchange for new aircraft, special weaponry, and upgrade parts in the tech tree, you can receive them in campaign mode for each mission you complete or multiplayer mode for each match you play. The better your performance, determined by your completion time, number of kills, etc., the more points you can obtain these MRP in the aircraft. Use MRP in the aircraft tree to obtain more powerful aircraft weaponry and upgrade parts, giving you more of a fighting chance in the air. Now, in the originalized combats, you got the aircraft one of 3 ways. Either you get them naturally through the campaign, you go through the campaign and you pick up an aircraft on every mission, more or less, or almost every mission. 2, you get from doing stuff, like the original way to get the Falcon in Ace Combat 5 was to destroy these random buildings scattered throughout the campaign, which was which was a branching path campaign, you literally could not get the Falcon in one run. You have to do multiple runs to get those buildings, or by keep playing the campaign in different difficulties. And all these factors changed during the games. Ace Combat Infinity introduced a new system because it is a MMO after all. It's an arena MMO after all. So you pretty much have to, you go down the tree to get it, just like Wolf Tanks. Apparently that has returned. Arena free 2 items on the aircraft tree can be connected by lines. To look an item, okay, it's the same as Infinity. Where pretty much you go down the tree and then some items require you doing stuff to get. Where no card automatically give a special weapon. That'd be kind of dumb getting a Falcon without a laser. But mean to purchase the RP. Gotcha. Open to review some crafting opening suited for anti-air, others and yes. Prototype Spider boasts excellent maneuverability, ideal for air combat. Multi-role that's well to variety of combat editions, while not excelling at any particular area. As in, what people don't understand about the F-35 is not an F-18, a fighter in which they strap bombs to and call on multi-role. Or F-18, I should say. Attacker, sturdy aircraft capable of excellent air-surface combat. Or the F-16, which is strictly a fighter in which they put bombs on and called it and it's still a fighter. So yeah. Special weaponry types: air for dealing with aircraft, air surface for dealing with targets on the sky, other. Possesses characteristics that belong to neither of the above categories. You got speed, aircraft speed, mobility. Parameters. Speed refers to aircraft's flight speed. Maneuverability refers to aircraft maneuverability, which, by the way, in Ace Combat, there is no such thing as top speed. Oh, there is such thing as top speed. All it basically is there for to stop you from going hypersonic. Yes, an A10 and at least the older Ace Combat games is supersonic if you hold down the if you held down R2 long enough. The ability refers to aircraft's reliability. Okay, that is interesting. What do you mean by reliability? But anyway, air-to-air refers to the aircraft's air capabilities. Air-to-surface refers to the aircraft's anti-surface capabilities. Defense refers to the aircraft's durability, aka the mythical armor. Which, of course, people who say armor typically people say armor and are thinking about Ace Combat or other games are literally saying that's how many bullets you can take before your aircraft just dies. AKA a P-47 has tons of armor, and a Zero has probably almost negative armor. The German twin engine bomber has negative armor because that thing would just fall apart in air if you look at it wrong. Or U2, for example. Cost. Aircraft special weaponry parts have varying costs that only apply in multiplayer mode. Interesting. Some rooms in multiplayer mode feature cost restrictions, requiring aircraft below a certain cost for players to join, as in no Falcons for you. Okay. Since this is DLC, we got it already. Oh, whoops. Oh, I pressed O. That's why we're for circle, by the way. Because it just looks like an ult to me, okay? Yeah, it's the same thing as Ace Combat Infinity, with, of course, if you don't know what Ace Combat Infinity is, check out my playlist where I play through the game. I just haven't returned to it because PS3. But also a combination of Ace Combat X or the PSP titles, in which you can buy upgrades for aircraft. Let's see what we can get. Okay, got Tomcat, F2, multi-role crew based on that 16, designed with its country's needs in mind. It shows its great strengths and directions at sea can hold its own in aero combat, officially known as Viper Zero. That's interesting. I don't remember you being an Ace Combat tile before, so let's go up the up tree. F-15J. Guess what we're going after? They're in the F-15C, created outside the original developer's country, although fundamentally almost identical to the F-15C. The craft differs in its finer details and choice of weaponry. Like the F-15C insignious Eagle. So we're going after. So we know what that, but we know what the end of this tree is. That's we know what the end. We know what's at the end of this tree. So that's the Japanese version of the F-15, F-15E, a vastly improved variant of the double-seater F-15 bomber, nicknamed Strike Eagle. This durable aircraft combines fundamental air combat capabilities with more weaponry than the standard fighter. Which, if you notice, it's never called multi-role. And yet, yeah, you get the point by now. YF-23. The other F, the competitor to the F-22 program. A large stealth fighter and finalist in the Advanced Tactical Fighter competition, its advanced speed and stealth capabilities make it ideal for preemptive strikes. One nickname for the prototype was Black Widow 2. Going down to the YA-20... Okay. F-22A, stealth aircraft developed as part of the Advanced Tactical Fighter program for the sake of stealth. The aircraft carries its weapon internally, but can also carry an external weapons box. Its nickname is Raptor. F-35C, a multi-role with stealth capability. The C model is the carrier-based model used by the Navy, developed in the JSF Joint Strike Fighter program. Can take on whirl of various craft and is capable of more than just aerial combat. Its nickname is Lightning 2 or Panther. The F-35 nickname by pilots is Panther. Probably because it acts like a panther. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. Interesting. There is no super aircraft at that tree. And then going down here, we got the Mirage and MiGs. I'm gonna go ahead and read them all right now. Maybe I should. But let's just try to see what's on the tree. Griffin. A-10. How to get to the A-10? A-10. Up. I must choose. Go down the line to get my F-15 and F-22, or get the A-10. Oh, you know what? We're just getting A-10. Okay, we're going to be flying the Tomcat for a little bit. Get the A-10 and then go up to F-18. Then go up. Actually, that's not bad strategy. Getting the F-14. Then getting the A-10 because we're going to find a ground technician somewhere, and I could always use it as a fighter because I'm me. But a A-10C, a highly durable fighter with heavy weaponry designed for close air support. Its agility at low speeds and its air-to-ground weaponry, including 30mm machine guns, helped it improve its worth in battle. Its nickname is the Thunderbolt 2. Or, along with 5 other nicknames, including Tank Hunter, and of course, what everyone really calls it, the Warthog. I just call it the A-10 because I'm that way. And then down here, we can also go, actually, is this a dead end? Oh, no, it's not. We can go from F-18 down down more payloads to Typhoon. It's not bad. I love it from Ace Combat 3. Okay, then down here, we can go up. All roads lead to the F-22. As it should be. Funny thing is, the F-22 has been in development so long that it's pretty much been in every single Ace Combat game, including Air Combat. In fact, I'm actually staring at it on the cover of Air Combat. It's that it's been in the works for so long, and it's only now entered combat in 2017, I think it was, or 2018. By the way, I'm going back to the start. Instead of getting the A-10, we can go get the Griffin and then the Raphael, and then up. To the F-35. Going down, and then going down from the Mirage, we get the MiG. We get secrets. Secrets. Okay, so we need to get Airman First Class. And then, that's probably where the good stuff is. And then going for the MiG, we can go get the Sus. Okay, these are all the Russian guys. The Sioux, then going down from the Sioux, we get more Sus. And then going up from the Sus. Going up from the Sus, we get... You're lying to me. You're lying to me, game. Up. Going for the Sus. We get more Sus. And finally ending with the Pac 5. Gotcha. I think I'm interested. Cutting-edge fighter designed to succeed current air superiority fighters developed based on the PAC-5 program. It features thrust vectoring nozzles giving it super maneuverability. Didn't say that about the F-22. But anyway, yeah, the PAC-5 differs from the F-22 from having 360-degree thrust vectoring. So basically, instead of going up and down like the F-22, you can go in all directions, which is pretty cool. Unfortunately, or fortunately in real life, let's be honest, it's fortunately. But then again, I got a lot of Russian viewers. So anyway, so yeah, it's going to be only limited number because Russia cannot afford that right now. Okay, then going off of, what are we going off of here? Su-35, now what, Su-34, now what I really want to know is and then going down, actually, below the, going off from the MiG-29, and instead of taking the route with the Su-33, you got the Foxbat, is the Fox, yes? Yeah, it has to be the Foxbat. Well, regardless, the MiG-31B, going off from that, then going down from that, in the middle, Su-34. I do not know the Russian aircraft, and then from the Su-34 we go down. From the Su-34 we go up to the Su-47, which you can get the Su-57. Alternatively, Foxbat, Su-37. From Su-37, we get Su-35S. Interesting. There are no super aircraft on this, or J-20s. Interesting. And then from down here we got secrets. Which from secrets we get just tons of stuff, just tons of boosts. If you just want boosts, you go down here. Okay, so you can go. So once you get to that rank, you can just go get tons of boosts. But look at this. Have you all noticed something? There are no super aircraft on this tree. Which people are wondering, there are no super aircraft in this game. That's dumb. Think about it this way. Super aircraft have always been a reveal in Ace Combat. They've always been what you get at the end of the game after fighting it, pretty much. You know, like Pokemon, for example, if you know Pokemon. Or even an RPG. Like you fight a guy in an RPG, and then you get all his good stuff at the end of the game. Or you see him throughout the end of the game, throughout the entire game, and then you fight him, and then you pick his stuff up off his dead body, or have a box somewhere. Or you go back to your local shop, who now has this awesome gear. It's like that. Which, I'll be honest with you, it would be more common for you to know that information than know the RPG stuff, I'll be honest. Knowing you all, but still. But just being more general audience-y. So yeah, that is everything. I need to stop recording because I've been recording for over an hour, and I really don't lose this footage. Fortunately, this is Ace Combat. In Ace Combat, you can go back and replay missions. Ace Combat is very forgiving when it comes to, I missed a mission because recording bug. Does that mean I want to? Of course not, but still. Multiplayer. Face online, share by yourself or any team. Does have the? I wonder if it has the co-op of the normal game. I mean of Infinity, because Infinity is built around co-op, whereas every single Ace Combat is actually built around competitive multiplayer. Or it's built around a single player. It's built around a single player campaign, but in competitive multiplayer, but it has a competitive multiplayer mode. I never really played them because I had the same fear that I have. Oh, actually, let's get mentioned here first. I always had the same fear, like for example in RTSs. But now that I play tons of warplanes, like it's not that bad. I'm not that bad of a pilot. I'm pretty bad with an RTS and on the multiplayer though. Not because I'm a bad commander, because I command in real life pretty well, But you know the common reason people give with air quotes. Common reason people give with air quotes for sucking in driving games is it's not as good. It's not real life. Which is a valid reason, but still. Causing damage, enemy aircraft gotcha. If you are taking down my enemy aircraft or crash, you temporarily take away from the combat area for repairs. You may shorty again once your aircraft is fixed. You automatically shorty again after a set amount of time has elapsed. Instagram messages, a feature that lets you communicate with all players during battle by sending preset messages. Okay, okay, that's cameras. And there's voice chat, which is pretty cool. Actually, I have no. I probably have a mic that works with the PlayStation controller. Heck, I could probably just unplug this from the box and just plug it into the PlayStation controller and it should work. I have no idea if it would or not, but still. I'm in first class, the second rank, gotcha. Okay. Hanger, what you got for me? Same aircraft I was suspect. Okay. So you're not really supposed to swap out aircraft in matches. It's probably the same as Infinity. It's alright. Getting instant RAM messages. Yeah, I mean we're used to this from the Gundam games. However, if you never play the Gundam games, or even for example, Girls on Panzer, which let's be honest, a lot of people might not have, then yeah, you wouldn't be used to the system, and this be your first exposure to a system like this, which is pretty cool. Which it is the nice thing about the Bandai Namco PlayStation games. Aircraft set. Yes, I'll be honest. I prefer the Phantom over the S16. We're taking this. We don't need entire stuff. I mean, we don't need entire land stuff. Upgrading parts. Some parts are exclusive, like Blapeless. Sure. Enhances aircraft acceleration. Yes, please. Skin. Osea? Arusha? Ooh, they actually have jungle. Although I love my Osha blues. I love my Osha blues, let's be honest. Oh, they got gray now. Ruja. Oh yeah, the classic Phantom scheme. Oh, why you make me choose, game? Why you make me choose? Now, I'll have to look up. I think Aruja. Oh wait, we don't have the emblems. This is just the paint job. Okay, that's not terrible then. I might do it. I might do it because it doesn't have the emblems. Ooh, that's cool. Facial skin. And a nice French-esque design, but it's a nice blue. Mage. You know what? I am surprised that I don't have Mirage Fire. Okay, these are the main. These are the main character skins. Strider. Should go look on more, but let's go with Osha. Actually, I like. Although I have Mobius. Mobius is good. Let's go with blue. I wonder if in this game. Horizon? Tell us what you got. General, like just as a general thing from playing all these combat games, like I'm just going to assume for a second that's like Battlefield's veteran guns. You know, because in Battlefield games, if you played all the Battlefield games, and then like for example, you had to go to the Battlefield website and then you know put in your keys for all the Battlefield games and whatnot. Now it's just done over your account with Battlelog. Ah, jeez, I'm blanking today. And with that, you can just you just do the thing. It just gives you the veteran stuff, which is pretty cool. And then tree. Okay, we have affirmative. There's Roger. Negative. If there's negative. If there's negative. Affirmative. Oh, we got affirmative. Yes, give me affirmative. Yes. Affirmative. Confirmed. Also, engage. You must have that. These are okay. These are radio things. Gotcha. Say that because that's good sportsmanship. Also, thanks. Would be nice to have. Oh, that's good aircraft, of course. Well done. These are actually pretty good. Okay, that's just cool. Remember, I probably only used like a couple of those, so I'm just having fun at that point. Okay, I'll be right back, so I can get the file saved, and you know, I was thinking about having that appointment. Yeah, I must play one match first, so I can freely play this game off camera. All right, so that'll be our first video. Thanks for watching. Do appreciate watching these videos. This session means a lot to me. Also, let me if you would you subscribe to my Patreon. Not looking so help fund this channel. I might live to afford more games like this, and especially I am doing the collector's edition. It should be coming shortly, so I would really appreciate if you go Patreon and support me there, so I can do more collector's editions, stuff like that. And yeah, also don't forget to check out my in the description underneath the line, underneath Patreon, is Div Story, part of the Divus, and the Divus itself, where you can find the Google Drive for it, and there you can find Word files, Word and PowerPoint files. You can also use Google Docs. I think I haven't checked that out yet. I should. I've just been told you can do that. I'm also in a process of converting them to PDFs. I had the main story converted to PDF. Which of course they got lore in the universe, and then got and then I'm writing a book, Der Story, Life in War in the 2040s, and the Adventures of the Dishful Line in the Golden Era. Golden Era book number 1, in which it follows basically it's an introduction to the universe as you follow Dishful Line, family and friends, as they try to maintain the world they built over the last couple of decades. And it's pretty much a story of how one pilot can change the world. And in the story, you'll and the first battle in the first story, which probably will release separately. I'll be releasing the book as itself in a printed form, and the chapters, as it were, or stories as I call them, basically separately too. I'll be releasing them pretty much at cost, a bit above cost. You know, I have to make a profit, but still. So I'll have to look. I'll be releasing them on Amazon, and yeah, but they'll be for free on the internet through DeviantArt and Google Drive. That's just if you want to support me or want a paper version. But anyway, so in 2040, 2040, pretty much, if you're not stealthing, you're dying fast, or there's a lot of you. And even if you are in the Gen 5 fighter, like your precious F-22s, well, you're getting sniped. You're getting, basically, you think everything's okay, and then you get shot out of nowhere by a rail cannon by someone with an optical sensor, aka a gigantic telescope, shooting you from miles away. Thinking you're also you're safe in your stealth, and the only way you can fight them, because they're also stealth, is with your guns. And then you got Gen 6 fighters, the Aurora series, which can fly Mach 10 at the edge of the stratosphere. And then, like, the first battle is a big dogfight on the edge of the stratosphere, where things have devolved, and you could say devolved into basically just a big jousting fight, because you want to maintain your speed in the stratosphere, and basically have like a rolling Mach 5 dogfight, making sure that you maintain air superiority above everyone else, even the layers of dogfighting below that with the Gen 5 fighters, and oh man, if you're in the Gen 4 fighter, yeah, how did you not die yet? But anyway, and stuff like that. And I'm currently working on the tank battle, and then after that we'll have naval battle and stuff like that. But yeah, it's interesting. It's a realistic universe, and yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's basically a universe where everything's gone right, but there's still that one guy that wants to take over. And instead of the bad guys telling the story for the good guys, and the good guys are always rushing to the bad guys, and could you argue that the heroes are really heroic? If the only way they're heroic if they fight the bad guy, whereas of course their triple line is always leading the charge in goodness. So when he does something, the bad guys react and want to be bad, pretty much. Of course, it's never that simple. But yeah, like there is like it's a utopia. There are floating cities. It's amazing. And yeah. But anyway, so check that out when you got time. And yeah, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. And I guess, see you in Skint!